Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching Volume 3 of Love, Death, and Robots. Now, ever since 2019, Tim Miller's Love, Death, and Robots has felt like a anthology series that's unlike any other on any streaming service. It's a fast-paced arrangement of varied stories with tons of mind-bending animation, and even some interesting ideas thrown into the shorts that we don't usually see when it comes to our sci-fi fare. And while the first season was 18 shorts of varying quality, but generally more hits than misses, and the second season was a bit disappointing when it comes to both the episode count and some of the stories and how they went, the third season honestly feels like the strongest collection of shorts yet. While there's one or two that don't hit the mark, the rest of them absolutely do, and are sometimes the strongest shorts of the whole collection. One of them actually being a sequel to the Three Robots short from the first season. And while it doesn't go anywhere that the first short didn't already, it's still a fun and breezy little short that reconnects us with characters that you'll probably recognize from all those years ago. But my favorite shorts are probably the longer ones, especially Bad Traveling, which is directed by David Fincher of all people. This story about a bunch of sailors on an alien ship, well, a ship on an alien planet that happens to be overtaken by a man-eating crab monster, feels like a sci-fi horror masterpiece, and honestly, it happens to work with its pacing and its 21-minute runtime to make for a tense adventure full of deaths, betrayals, and some twists that you really won't see coming. It just makes sense that David Fincher would make a story like this, as it has his signature style dialogue writing and his excellent imagination. Unfortunately, the one short that I felt didn't live up to the bunch is Swarm, which, while it does have some interesting ideas when it comes to the aliens that it focuses on, it feels like a really dull conversation between two scientists, mixed with a bit of a pseudo-intellectual talk at the end, with a genuinely inventive creature design, but not much else that's going for it. But some other shorts can even be inventive when they're the smaller ones, such as the Night of the Mini Dead, which feels like a miniature zombie apocalypse that ends up being funnier than it normally should be, as everything's sped up to sound like a Looney Tunes short, or sound like the fast forward scene from Spaceballs. It's generally an entertaining way to deal with a episode that deals with a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, it even deals with a generic premise like that in a way that's really funny. And there's also Jabaro, which basically is this deaf knight facing a siren in a wordless battle that happens to make up for its lack of dialogue with really interesting visuals that remind me of the Witness short from the first season, mixed with a lot of gold, a lot of dancing, and a lot of inventive choreography. It's definitely an acquired taste, but I'm part of that acquired taste, so I really enjoyed it. And those are just some of the shorts of this 9-short installment that really do make it the strongest of the bunch, in my opinion. While there's one or two that don't work, the rest of them work to the goal that Love, Death, and Robots has always strived for, to give you a taste of these directors and these animation studios, and squeeze in a ton of story as well. There's even one done by Polygon Pictures that's about this group of explorers on Jupiter's moon that has some really good poetry and visuals that remind me of Fish Night. I do think that some of the animation studios went back to do new shorts, and in some respects, like with Polygon Pictures, it feels like their 3D animation just gets better and better with every new project that they take on. And while its visuals don't reach to the extent of Bad Traveling or Jabaro, I do think it's a generally solid effort. So, much like some other anthologies, some shorts are better than others, and others are going to be seen in a higher light than others. But, in my opinion, Love, Death, and Robots has really hit it out of the park with this one. The third volume is, in my opinion, the best of the bunch, and I hope this isn't the last volume that we see from Tim Miller. That's why I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. See you next time.